you've not seen truck racing before, you have a real treat coming up. These trucks around 5 tons in weight, almost 1,000 horsepower from their 12 and 13 litre turbocharged diesel engines, are all running on HVO biodiesel this year, supplied by Sylvie Fleet and BWOC, as Pointy just mentioned. Big thanks to all the championship sponsors. You can see their names on the right side of the screen alongside our starting grid. We'll look at the grid first of all then. Martin Gibson on pole in his MAN alongside the similar machine of John Bowler. Then on the second row, Scotsman Tom O'Rourke in the International Navistar. He's alongside Stephen Powell's MAN. Row 3, David Jenkins, former champion in truck number 69, alongside Michael Oliver in number 12, son of Stuart Oliver, who lines up on row 4 in his Volvo VNL. That truck had quite a bit of a smash here last season in qualifying at Thruxton and was out for the rest of the year. It's been rebuilt and it is back for this year, starting alongside the 9-time champion Ryan Smith. Row 5 is David Smith, no relation to Ryan incidentally. He's a former Division 2 champion, now in Division 1 in his MAN. Starts alongside Ricky Collett, the heavy haulage boss from Yorkshire in his MAN. On row 6 we have number 33, Neil Yates with his MAN, the Recovery Company owner, sponsor of Stephen Powell before taking up racing himself. And he starts alongside Adam Bint in the Mercedes Actros, new to Division 1 this year. The former Division 2 champion scored his maiden win in Division 1 at Pembrey in Wales back in May. Then we've got the Division 2 trucks, headed up by Simon Cole in his Iveco, starts alongside Bradley Harvey in the ex-John Powell DAF. That's the truck that John Powell drove to the Division 2 title last year. Sami Ojanen from Finland in his Sisu is on row 8, alongside Callum Eason in the ex-Paul Rivette, I think that is, MAN. It's Andrew Fulcher's old truck, I think, that Callum Eason is driving, so it's quite a history in the championship per the 26 truck. Callum Eason, his parents have both raced in the championship in the past. At the back of the grid, Archie Handy, son of Simon Cole, in the Volvo FM12. That's Paul McCumsky's old machine, raced in the championship for many years. Paddy Mack, as he's known, who I believe has now retired from racing. So we're just waiting for John Powell to take his position at the end of the pit lane. We've got our pace trucks in position. It will be a 15-minute race from a rolling start. Coming into the weekend, it was Stuart Oliver with 166 points, 12 points clear of Ryan Smith. Now, John Powell going out of the pit lane, so I'm not sure whether he's going to line up there, or whether he's going to go to the back of the grid. We'll wait and see. The weather still can't make up its mind. The sun comes out for 5 minutes, then it drizzles for 5 minutes. You can't set a car or truck up at all in these conditions. John Bowler, third in the points, number 14. That means that the top 3 in Division 1 are all fitted with air restrictors on their engines to even things up a little. A bit like NASCAR does. They have air restrictors on the super speedways over in America. So a couple of our course trucks, if you like, making their way back to the paddock. The pace truck, the GT Tyres DAF waiting in position. Trucks head into the first corner, the right-hander at Allard, past the pit lane exits, past the Thruxton Centre. Plenty of supporters up there on the balcony. Big crowd in attendance here at Thruxton this weekend. A big thanks to all the championship partners. We mentioned Sylvie Fleet Management, BWOC, suppliers of the biodiesel for these trucks, the HVO biodiesel. Also thanks to the likes of MV Commercial, that's Tom O'Rourke's company, Freyhouse Trailers, TRP Truck and Trailer Parts, Truck and Driver magazine, and all the other partners, sponsors of this championship. Truck racing that dates back to 1984 in the UK, when an event was held at Donington Park. Road-going trucks then that literally dumped their trailers in the paddock, raced and then continued their journeys. There were a lot of celebrity guest drivers taking part, the likes of Barry Sheen, the motorcycle legend. Martin Brundle was out in one, just started his Formula One career with Tyrrell, of course. The Grimer brothers, Peter and Paul Grimer of hot rod racing fame from the short ovals, had a go. was Italian Tullio Gislotti who won the first ever truck race in the UK that day at Donington, which had, I think, Donington's biggest ever crowd. The sport had never been seen in the UK before. It soon took off, and the FIA European Truck Racing Championship was established soon afterwards. Sadly, no longer visits the UK. Norbert Kish, the Hungarian, is currently the top man in European truck racing. And there's John Powell. He's going to wait in the pit lane to start the first ever race for his new DAF with that very square-looking DAF XD cab. Crew just checking on it there. Hope he's not had a last-minute issue with the number 6. So Martin Gibson on pole, returning to truck racing after a couple of years away. This year he's been competing in car racing, among other things, with the Fun Cup Endurance Championship. There's a lot of testing and development work for GT Tyres, the official tyre supplier to this championship. John Bowler alongside him, the number 14 MAN. Thanks for your comments coming in already. Hi to Back of the Net 07, one of our regular viewers. Hi to Jonesy, Tommy Two-Tone. Hi to Hannah Fulcher. Already seen her dad interviewed this morning, Andrew Fulcher, on the grid walk earlier on. Hi to Richard Barwick. Brandon Cart cheering on Callum Eason. Hi to Ashley Harvey. He'll be cheering on his brother Bradley. Hi to Brum Racing. Grant D. Moule from South Africa. Love their motorsport in South Africa. So we are shortly going to get underway then in the drizzle here at Thruxton. It's going to be slip and slide in the opening race. The marshals on the grid displaying the countdown boards. Thanks as always to the Orange family. We could not go racing without our volunteer marshals. They'll have been moved back off their posts, of course, around the circuit for this event in the interests of safety in case a truck should go off. So here we go then. Rolling lap gets underway. Up towards the right-hander at Allard. Then it's back to the left at Green, as it's unofficially known. First few corners at Thruxton, all named after current and former holders of the land speed record. Of course, currently held by Wing Commander Andy Green of the RAF. Drove Thrust SSC back in the late 90s. Simon Cole back out. Good to see he missed the second race yesterday. There's Archie Handy, his son, at the back in the number 40. Straight from junior saloon cars up into trucks. Hi to Nathan Shaw. Dub Production Developments from Derbyshire. Sean Clark from Newcastle, Australia. Fraser Lochte and Feelgood 272. Hello to all of you. Into the complex on our rolling green flag lap then. Campbell is the right-hander, then Cobb the left, and Seagrave the right, all named after former land speed record holders. Quite appropriate for the fastest race circuit in the UK. Seventeen trucks out there, one starting from the pit lane. Thanks to all our partners once again: Freyhav Trailers, Total Care, Napa Auto Parts, Valvoline Oils, Truck and Driver Magazine, GT Tyres, Transport Monitoring Solutions, Sylvie Fleet Management, BWOC Sustainable Fuels, MV Commercial, Neil Yates Recovery, and LTS Global Solutions. Into the left-hander at Noble. Then it's out into the country on the back of the circuit, the long right-hander at Goodwood Corner. Then it's on to Village. Thruxton Village is over behind the trees at the back of the circuit. And then into Church Corner, the fastest corner in the country. British touring cars hit nearly 140 miles per hour through there. And they turn back towards the paddock through Church. You can see that circuit loops around the runways of the airfield here at Thruxton. Then it's back up Woodham Hill, the left flick of Brooklands curve, and then into the club chicane, the slowest part of the circuit. It's going to be slippery out there. You can see the rain coming down. Ryan Smith and Stuart Oliver winners yesterday. Simon Cole and Bradley Harvey in Division 2. Martin Gibson on pole, looking for his first win of the season for Team Oliver. John Bowler alongside. Watch for Tom O'Rourke, the Scotsman in the bonneted International Navistar. Here they come then up Woodham Hill. Tension beginning to mount. First of 3 races today, the third of the weekend for the British Truck Racing Championship. Here on the Thruxton circuit, the fastest circuit in the country. We've certainly got us a convoy here. That's this new spectator banking at Woodham Hill with the show trucks in the background. Lights are out on the pace truck. It's coming into the pit lane this time. The grey and yellow MAN of Martin Gibson on pole. The red and blue example of John Bowler alongside. Watch for Ryan Smith and Stuart Oliver, the 2 bonneted trucks on row 4. 19 British titles between the 2 of them. Here we go. It is time to go racing here at Convoy Thruxton. Race 3 of the weekend for the British Truck Racing Championship. Watch for the red lights going out, and here we go. The power comes on, and away they go into Allard for the first time. John Bowler's made a great start, takes the lead from the outside of the front row there, all away cleanly. We'll wait to see if John Powell joins in from the pit lane. Simon Cole takes the early advantage in Division 2 up towards the complex for the first time. Tom O'Rourke comes charging up the inside in the 86, trying to take 3rd place away. He was very late on the brakes there. It looks like he has got P3, but it is John Bowler in the lead. 2nd place, Martin Gibson. O'Rourke has got through into 3rd. Ryan Smith's already made up a couple of places. Not a good start for Stuart Oliver. He is down to 9th. They all swing their way through the complex for the first time. I can't see John Powell. I'm not sure if he has joined in from the pit lane. Out towards the back of the circuit they go for the first time. Ricky Collett moving through on the inside. Ryan Smith chasing Stephen Powell. That's for 4th position, so Ryan's already made up 3 places. He fired up after that disqualification in race 2 yesterday. He's going past Stephen Powell, or trying to. David Jenkins all over the back of Michael Oliver. A little bit further back. Oliver's a little bit slow away on the rolling start, but it's John Bowler who leads the way in truck number 14. Martin Gibson in 2nd place. O'Rourke is 3rd. Smith's up to 4th. He's got ahead of Stephen Powell. There's Michael Oliver, David Jenkins, David Smith, Stuart Oliver, Ricky Collett rounds out the top 10 as they head up Woodham Hill for the first time past the new viewing area. And it is John Bowler, who was a winner here at Thruxton 2 years ago, who takes up the early lead. Swings it through the chicane for the first time. Martin Gibson following, gets a tighter line out of the chicane as they complete lap number 1. 3rd place for Tom O'Rourke. Great first lap from him. Ryan Smith has gained 4 places in 4th. 5th place is Stephen Powell, the wiper going on his MAN. Michael Oliver under fire from David Jenkins. Under fire, he's bump drafting him there. This is truck racing, not Legends cars. David Smith in behind as they come out of Allard through green up towards the complex. First 4 have broken away very slightly. Simon Cole leads Division 2 for the slightly less powerful machines in 13th place, ahead of Harvey, Oyanen, Eason and Archie Handy. I don't think John Powell has joined in, unfortunately, which is a great shame. I hope to see the new DAF in action later on. Out towards the back of the circuit they go. Michael Oliver holding on in 6th position. 2 races yesterday followed a similar pattern, with Ryan Smith and Stuart Oliver pulling away, and then Michael Oliver defending 3rd place. Defending here from David Jenkins. Didn't have the best of times in qualifying yesterday. The qualifying session setting the grid for races 1 and 2, and then the reverse grid format adopted for the rest of the weekend. Now Ryan Smith has got Tom O'Rourke in his sights here for P3. Here they come up towards Woodham Hill. The Division 2 trucks go through towards the back. And Tom O'Rourke has got Martin Gibson in his sights for second place. Stephen Powell runs a bit wide in 5th position. Still John Bowler in the TW Bowler Limited AC Windscreens truck, who leads the way, but he gets sideways off the curb. That's because of the bit of rain we've had. It's wet on the curbs. You do not want to get a wheel on there, you will start sliding. Ryan Smith to the inside as Allard takes Tom O'Rourke for P3. The Scotsman, the boss of MV Commercials, goes down to 4th. Ryan Smith in the Worldwide Truck Racing Daimler Freightliner is now going to go for second place, I would think, into the complex. As David Jenkins has dropped back a bit from Michael Oliver. Tom O'Rourke is back ahead of Ryan Smith. He's back up into P3, so they've swapped again at the complex. This is a good run by Tom O'Rourke. He almost beat Ryan Smith to a victory at Brands Hatch on Easter weekend earlier this season. Trucks have been to Pembrey in Wales as well. Their next action after this is Donington Park, Convoy in the Park in August. Still your leader is John Bowley. You can see a bit of rain on our camera lens at Goodwood as they head out around the back of the circuit. The two bonneted trucks nose to tail. Ryan Smith has another look up the inside, but Tom O'Rourke looking very strong here. Michael Oliver, meanwhile, has done the fastest lap of the race, 1:38.994, down in 6th position. John Bowler continues to lead, looking for his first win of the season. It'll be his second here at Thruxton in Division 1. Tom O'Rourke to the inside. He's thinking about a go at Martin Gibson. I don't think he'll get past into the chicane unless he gets it done as they go into the braking area. I don't think you can fit two trucks side by side into that chicane. Ryan Smith still there in 4th position. 5th is Stephen Powell. He's being chased by Oliver Jenkins and David Smith. And Tom O'Rourke's going for the inside. He's going for second place on the inside, and he goes through. That International Navistar is flying here on day 2 at Thruxton. Now he's going to try and go after John Bowler. This race will set the grid for race 5 later on as well. The top 8 from the results of this race will be at the reverse for race number 5. It's David Smith in 8th place at the moment in the number 11, as Michael Oliver has a go at Stephen Powell. Now, they've already clashed once this weekend. They tangled in race 2 yesterday at this point on the circuit and went wide onto the grass. They clash again there. Stephen Powell holds off the attack from Michael Oliver. That's allowed David Jenkins to close up in the number 69 MAN. And now Ryan Smith all over the back of Martin Gibson for 3rd place. Cuts to the inside through Goodwood up to Village. Got just under 9 minutes to go and Smith is almost up alongside. Here they come through Church Corner, the fastest corner in the country. Smith goes for the inside and he goes through. Now, overtaking there in car racing is a brave move. That's impressive from Ryan Smith, and David Jenkins moving up to have a go as well. Meanwhile, Tom O'Rourke, you can see he's got the headlights on the grille of the International Navistar. He wants the lead. Ready to have a go now at John Bowler. Is he going to get him through Allard? That's where he took Martin Gibson. Michael Oliver under fire from Jenkins now. You can see the battling ahead of them has backed them back up here. Martin Gibson coming under fire from Stephen Powell now. As to the inside, up on the curb, there goes Tom O'Rourke. Ooh, nearly a bit of corner cutting there from O'Rourke, but he's got the lead and Ryan Smith's going to follow him. Or is he? No. Doesn't manage to get past John Bowler. Well, Tom O'Rourke there, 2 wheels up on the curb through Allard. He cut that one a bit fine, quite literally, but he's got the lead, looking for his first win of the season. Now here comes flying Ryan Smith, all over the back of John Bowler for 2nd place. Still 4th is Gibson, but he's under fire from Stephen Powell. Still Oliver and Jenkins next, then David Smith, Ricky Collett and Stuart Oliver round out the top 10. Stuart Oliver not on the pace in this one, only down in 10th, the championship leader. Division 2 is still led by Simon Cole, looking for his 2nd win of the weekend. All 17 starters are still running. We reach half distance, and now here comes Ryan Smith. He's going for the inside at Church again. Side by side with John Bowler as they come towards the right-hander. What a fantastic shot this is as they charge up the inside, and he forces the issue a little there, Ryan Smith, down the inside of John Bowler. He's going for 2nd. Bowler keeps his foot in as they come up towards the Brooklands curve, up towards Woodham Hill. Now, can John Bowler stay ahead? Smith's got the inside line. You can't go side by side into the chicane, surely. Bowler's going to try and be as late on the brakes as he can. And Ryan Smith has got the place away. Tom O'Rourke leads over the line, just under a second in it. 6.5 minutes of this first of 3 races to go for the British Truck Racing Championship here at Thruxton. Always spectacular around this super fast circuit. Stephen Powell now on the tail of Martin Gibson, trying to take 4th place away. Nice to swing to the inside, clips the curb there, going through Seagrave. Now Ryan Smith will have Tom O'Rourke in his sights here. Out onto the back of the circuit, a little bit of smoke coming from Tom O'Rourke's machine. Of course, we don't see nearly as much smoke as we used to a few years ago from race trucks because of the new HVO biodiesel that they are using. Much cleaner running engines, thanks to the biodiesel organised by Sylvie Fleet Management and BWOC, the fuel suppliers. David Smith still in that 8th place, which should get him pole position in the reverse grid for race 5. John Bowler staying ahead of Martin Gibson. Here comes Stephen Powell having a look on the outside. He was a bit late on the brakes there, a bit of a lock-up from the number 3. That could allow Michael Oliver to attack. The 2 near identical GT Tyres Team Oliver Racing Run MANs, and Stephen Powell going for the inside. Martin Gibson doesn't give way there. Mirror to mirror, door handle to door handle. Stephen Powell cuts onto the curb, does a Tom O'Rourke there. He's got through. As the sun comes out again here at Thruxton, I told you the weather can't make up its mind. The lead gap is just under a second now. I can tell you Ryan Smith has done the fastest lap of the race, 1:37.355, and he's got Tom O'Rourke in his sights. Stephen Powell has got through for 4th place, I should say. And the 2 Team Oliver trucks now together, Michael Oliver and Martin Gibson. Michael Oliver's going to be lean one. I don't think Martin realised he was there then. Oh, and Michael Oliver cuts back in, and he didn't know David Jenkins was there. Nearly a collision as they headed out of Seagrave. 2 leaders out towards the back of the circuits. Just a couple of truck lengths in it. Ryan Smith is going for the lead. 4 minutes of this race to go. Further back in Division 2, there's Sami Oyanen's Sisu, missing its front bumper valance, staying ahead of Callum Eason. That's for 3rd and 4th in Division 2. It's all about the 2 bonneted trucks out in front. Tom O'Rourke from Livingston near Edinburgh, looking for his first win of the season. Started off in truck racing as a sponsor when he displayed some of his vehicles from MV Commercial at Convoy in the Park at Donington. Ended up sponsoring the British Championship and then started competing. Bounced back after a big smash here at Thruxton a few years ago. Ryan Smith on his tail, and under severe pressure for 3rd now is John Bowler. Meanwhile, you can fit 2 trucks, can you, side by side through the chicane? Well, if you use a bit of curb. Ricky Collett and Adam Bint charging through together there. Bint up the inside, the new Mercedes for this season, replacing his Volvo White that he raced in Division 2. Bint has got the advantage, but did he cut the chicane there? Here comes Ryan Smith onto the tail of the 86 now of Tom O'Rourke. Heading out into the country, and O'Rourke, he gets a wheel onto the grass there at the exit of Noble. 2.5 minutes of this race to go. Can Ryan Smith make his way through? Stuart Oliver has been given the black and orange flag. I'm not sure what the problem is there. Just got the notification on the TSL timing screen. Black and orange flag for truck number 7 of Stuart Oliver, so he has got a problem of some sort. Neil Yates, I can tell you as well, has pulled into the pits. So Neil Yates with a problem as well, back in the midfield. O'Rourke continues to lead the way. I don't know what the problem is for Stuart Oliver, but he's dropped down to 12th place. And the black and orange flag is what the drivers call the meatball flag, black with an orange disc. It means technical problem, you need to pull into the pits. You can see that Neil Yates is in pit lane. John Powell's truck sadly never left the pit lane. There go the two leaders, separated by just 0.6 of a second now. Ryan Smith still with the fastest lap, and there's a real convoy for third. 3 wide into Allard, that's never going to work. Goodness me. I thought somebody was at least going to go off there, so who's going to emerge in front of this? David Jenkins does a bit of grass tracking. So what order are we in for third place now as they come to the complex? It's Stephen Powell up into third. John Bowler's been shuffled wide by the two Team Oliver trucks. Which one of them's in front? They're identical from a distance. It's Martin Gibson still ahead of Michael Oliver, then John Bowler, who got forced wide at the complex. David Jenkins at the back of this lot as well. Goodness me, 3 wide through Allard. That barely works in cars, never mind trucks. Goodness gracious. John Bowler is not giving David Jenkins anything. He forces him to go onto the grass there, and Stuart Oliver, well, flagged into the pits, and he has retired. Never mind that, because look at the way Ryan Smith is going. He's having a go on the inside as they run towards Church Corner. He could get past here with a bit of luck, but Tom O'Rourke keeps his foot in and holds the lead. Terrific fight between these two. There's only just over 30 seconds left on the clock, so it'll be last lap this time. Ryan Smith will go all out in attack to try and take his second win of the weekend. Tom O'Rourke looking for his first win of the season. I think the first win for his international Navistar. His previous successes came in an MAN. Into the chicane they come then. Up towards the start of the final lap. The MV Commercial and Freuhauf Trailers sponsored international ahead of the similar looking Daimler Freightliner. 7 seconds left on the clock as they start the final lap. They're well clear of everybody else. That huge fight for third place. Terrific racing here at Thruxton. This is just the first of 3 races today. There's a yellow flag out on the run up to the complex. Has somebody pulled over? Yes, Archie Handy has stopped. Just trying to get the truck off the edge of the circuit. He's done so. Problems for the number 40. His father, Simon Cole, still leading Division 2. We haven't had much chance to look at Division 2 in this race. There's so much going on at the sharp end of Division 1. Out into the country for the last time. Can Tom O'Rourke hang on for his first win of the season, or is Ryan Smith going to dive bomb him at Church or into the chicane? Those are his only 2 opportunities. Goes wide there. He's going to try and cut in, look, on the run up towards Church, and O'Rourke is going to have to go defensive. He tries to get the nose down the inside, Ryan Smith. Are we going to see a last bend lunge? Because O'Rourke's moved across there. You can see going into Church to protect the inside line through the high-speed right-hander. He's a little bit sideways on the exit as they come out of Church, up towards Woodham Hill. Which side is Ryan Smith going to go? This is the only place he can attack. I don't think he'll get side-by-side into the chicane. Can O'Rourke hang on the sprint to the line? Ryan's only hope now is to get alongside out of the chicane, which is unlikely because it's only a short run up to the line here at Thruxton. O'Rourke from Smith through the chicane for the last time. Ryan Smith, he's not going to do it, and it's going to be a first win of the season in the British Truck Racing Championship for Tom O'Rourke in the 86. He leads home Ryan Smith for his first win of the season. Terrific stuff between those two. Ryan just couldn't quite find a way through. What about the battle for third place? There were 5 of them together last time we saw. It's Stephen Powell in third. 4th is Martin Gibson. Michael Oliver is 5th. David Jenkins comes over in 6th. And John Bowler, who started from the front and led the early going, relegated to 7th. David Smith is 8th. That'll provisionally give him pole position for race 5 later on. Adam Bint will come home in 9th. Ricky Collins completes the top 10. Nice. Pause for breath needed after that one. We await Division 2 to come home. It's won by Simon Cole, ahead of Bradley Harvey by 1.5 seconds. Sami Ojanen will be 3rd ahead of Callum Eason. Stuart Oliver's championship lead takes a dent as he had to retire. Hopefully he can get that back out later on. We lost Archie Handy as well at the complex. Neil Yates pulled into the pits. And very sadly, John Powell wasn't able to start. Congratulations, Tom O'Rourke. The flag of Scotland proudly displayed on the front grille of the International Navistar. The Brave move up the inside into Allard to take the lead from John Bowler. He takes the win, completing 10 laps. 0.7 of a second, his winning margin over flying Ryan Smith. Stephen Powell completing the podium. That's better fortune for him. He's had a tough season so far. Martin Gibson, the pole sitter, in fourth, ahead of Michael Oliver, David Jenkins, John Bowler from the front row, the early leader, relegated to seventh. David Smith in eighth, then Adam Bint and Ricky Collett round out the top 10. Simon Cole wins Division 2, ahead of Bradley Harvey. Sammy Oyanen in third, then Callum Eason, the final finisher, because we lost Stuart Oliver, Archie Handy and Neil Yates, and John Powell didn't take the start. Hopefully all 18 trucks will be back out for race 4 a little bit later on, where the grid, we'll just double check that, based on race 2 yesterday. Haven't had the grid sheet confirmed yet, but I think that will mean Ryan Smith will start towards the back because he was excluded from the results. So an interesting race coming up later on our programme, which will be just before lunch at 1 o'clock. We're waiting the trucks to make their way towards Parc Ferme. They've gone round on their slow down lap. The big crowd up on the new banking here on Woodham Hill at Thruxton, giving them a round of applause. All our show trucks parked up there as well. They'll be on parade on the circuit a little later on. I think we can hand down to Pointy. He's down in Parc Ferme.
I tell you what, oh my God, I don't think there is a single person in this paddock, in this Parc Ferme. Look at this, the round of applause as Tom O'Rourke pulls in to the Parc Ferme with that first place. We'll get John to move over because he'll be very excitable. Absolutely, come forward a bit more. Come forward a bit more to here. Here we go. The excitement, the energy. Forget it, leave it there. Get him out, come on. Oh, I can't believe this. The race we just saw from Tom O'Rourke. I joked earlier on about it being Big John's birthday, one of his mechanics, and that he was going to get a podium, first place podium. Absolutely. Now stop swearing. Stop. Get out the way. Shift. Tom O'Rourke, absolute legend. Absolute legend. I'll tell you.
Where's the race of my life there?
So I've got to ask you a question. Obviously, we've just finished that race. Where did you stop to swap the drivers over?
Listen, when you get in the zone, you just don't know what can happen, you know. But that was the best race of my life.
It really was. I've already said it. Literally.
No, it was great. Wee bit of wet. I like the wet, you know. So I was maybe a wee bit braver at the start of the race. But Ryan was catching me, and you know that pressure for 15 minutes is unbelievable. But we got there in the end, you know.
We saw you under pressure from Ryan Smith those last couple of laps. Yeah. He was right up the side of you. You pulled away from him.
Yes, well, I just looked straight ahead at Church. I turned in, and I was like, we were inches apart. That's a really fast part of the circuit.
Fantastic. Oh. I thought you drove fantastic, honestly. Congratulations on your first win. Thoroughly deserved. Enjoy it.
Thank you. No, great.
And one thing I'd like to point out as well, unlike a lot of other trophies that you've received in the past, I think we can pretty safely say you're going to keep this one.
Oh, I think so.
Honestly, how do you feel?
I feel elated and ecstatic. You know,
and of course, it's Big John's birthday today. I joked before we started the race you were going to get a podium for him.
Well, I just never thought that could have happened, you know, but I was able to outbrake them in turn one. I got the tyres up to 300-400 degrees, and that helps in the wet, so it was really good, you know, brilliant.
Honestly, absolutely phenomenal. I can't believe the race we just saw. Get yourself out. Round of applause for Tom O'Rourke, everybody. Make some noise for Tom O'Rourke. Look at this. Get in there. I'll leave you to speak to him. Oh, that was something else. Now let's go and speak to Steve Powell. Steve.
I'm a bit sweaty.
You are. Well, we're all sweaty. It's hot. I mean, what a result. That was great. You've been pushing for that all weekend. Here we are on the podium.
No, we've had the pace, and that's a great result. I just want to say, amazing drive to Tom. He flew past me, and brilliant. Like, to keep him, let him keep riding off. I think it's great for the sport. And now I'm over the moon with third. We know we've got the pace here, so it's just putting it together and trying not to get taken off. And yeah, really happy with the result. Good for the team, good for me. The wife turned up last night, so I'm never going to tell her it's down to her, but it must have something to do with it.
The good luck charm is on circuit.
Absolutely, yeah. But no, a huge congratulations to Tom, mate, honestly.
It was a race of his lifetime. Absolutely incredible to watch, wasn't
And
it?
I mean, listen, Ryan's no feet to keep behind you. And
It's scary. I bet the pressure that's there must be
to
incredible.
me, there, out of all the circuits to do it, this is probably one of the easiest because you're all the way up to 100 mile an hour, a lot more than most other circuits. But saying that, mate, I'm telling you, I've had him behind me. Le Mans, I think,
It's
for
hard.
6 laps.
Oh,
And, but to do that, I'm so proud of him. It's brilliant.